cargo hauling. It's proven itself to be a pretty successful genre within gaming. To some people that may be a surprise, other people though aren't going to be totally on board with the idea. Hauling cargo can be a chill and sometimes even a challenging experience, especially when the game is built around the concept. Frontier Pilot Simulator then is about hauling cargo and a fair bit more besides. This video is sponsored by the game's developers, Razer. The title has been in early access for a number of years, but is now available as a fully launched title. Check on the link in the video description to find out more. So, you guys have seen me play this game numerous times before, and if you haven't, then be sure to check out the other videos. They're also listed below, as those will give you a very good feel for the game. And that brings me to this specific video. I want to go here and give you a bit of an overview of what the game is all about, and I think that will be especially useful to those of you who are new to the game or who are potentially interested, or perhaps who just want to see what the final release looks like. As you can see then, the game opens with introducing you to the fundamentals of gameplay mechanics. It's a nice, gentle, self-explanatory beginning. Move a crate from A to B. The distances to travel are fairly small. In fact, the whole island that you start on is also pretty small, and this keeps everything self-contained and makes it easier to keep your focus as you build your initial wealth. This island is also essential to the game world's concept. Here you can actually find plenty of background lore explaining the ways of the galaxy and the trading routes between worlds. Whilst you, as a player, will play purely on this one planet, the game makes itself clear that there is a webway of other worlds out there, and from time to time you will see and hear about elements of this. Eventually, the game expands outwards to encompass numerous other islands. This includes the brand new island of Hell as well, which is there for final release. This is a frozen wasteland, but one with some interesting and even valuable prospects. Sooner or later then, it becomes quite clear that the world map is a vital component of the game. From here, you can locate profitable trading routes between the various locales. You can also check your message history, and this is important as it allows you to keep track of the various objectives that you have accepted. These can be passenger deliveries, locating rare animals in the wild, or even undertaking search and rescue missions. Many of these are time sensitive, so it's important to have a quick and easy access option to get all this relevant information, and the world map actually offers that. Now, in the on-screen footage you can see me using the game's starter ship. This is the Scarab. Ships are entirely upgradable. In fact, right here I've upgraded the ship's wings. This means it can now fly like an airplane in addition to its default VTOL capabilities. You can switch between these two flight modes at will. Both have distinct advantages. The VTOL mode allows you to take off from small confined spaces. It also allows for very controlled landings, as well as to undertake certain missions that require very fine control. Airplane mode, meanwhile, allows a player to travel long distances without burning the huge volumes of fuel that VTOL requires. The game's three ships allow for a combination of short-range, mid-range and long-range flight. And again, there's plenty to upgrade here, which covers not just the wings I showed earlier, but also engines, cargo space and a variety of other things besides. So, talking of the ships, what is the overall flying experience like? Well, for me at least, the flight mechanics are one of the really nice aspects about this game. I especially enjoy the VTOL aspects of the aircraft. They have a real sense of weight and momentum, and this plays a huge part in how each of the ships handles. Further, the cargo you carry also affects the way a ship handles. The more heavier the cargo is, the more weight the ship has. This can make navigating around challenging, and from time to time I found myself misjudging a landing approach. Yeah, boom. Now, cargo can also be pretty delicate, so pitch too fast, pitch too rapidly, bank too rapidly, and you will damage what you're carrying in your cargo hold. This will have an impact on the amount of profit that you can make, so cargo really does ultimately have a big effect on the overall game, both in terms of needing to take care with what you're carrying, as well as the effect that it has upon your ship and the flight mechanics in turn. That said, cargo isn't the only thing that affects ship flight. You'll also find that weather has its effects upon you, especially wind. Here you'll need to keep an eye out for environmental hazards as well. Those come in various forms, from the aforementioned wind, but also to physical things such as volcanoes and geysers, and also slightly less tangible things such as atmospheric radiation, and that radiation specifically will affect the safe altitudes you can attain when in flight. Sometimes there's no radiation at all, sometimes it's at very high altitudes, other times it's at very low altitudes, and either way it will have an effect on the performance of your ship. Now, you may be wondering that there's some areas I've flown through where visibility can be pretty low, and this may be due to fog, it may be due to overabundance of light, and this can be countered by using the AR mode or the VR mode. Enable this and you get a graphical overlay upon your environment, allowing you to not see the physical environment but instead see a digital representation of it. And this is really useful because not only does it make it easier to navigate around the environment, but also visually indicates where things such as wind is coming from. Here you can see a bunch of directional arrows indicating the direction of the wind itself. So yeah, very useful for many different reasons. In general then, Frontier Pilot Simulator is a chill experience that simultaneously offers a challenge. It's a game about regular cargo running, both across short and long distances, but also one that is interspersed with numerous other activities such as search and rescue missions, requests to obtain specific items, along with a reasonable amount of exploration to boot. As I said at the start of the video then, I wanted to give you guys a broad overview on what the game is about. Whilst this video certainly isn't a review, it should nonetheless give an impression on what you can expect to see and find within the game. The full release of the title is now available, and further information can be found through the links below, so do check them out. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.